Hi, so I've been using an IKEA hack desk for quite a few years. In fact, I did a video all about it and it's now over here. And the reason it's over here is because we've got a new desk and the new desk is on this side. So give me one sec and say hello to the glorious desk. So this is how the studio used to look. You can see there's quite a lot of stuff everywhere and my paddleboard's on the floor. I never really had anywhere to put it. And there's the IKEA hack desk at the end with the keyboard and the looper. On this end, we've got the guitars hung up on the wall and again, a load of stuff on the floor, all in the corner. And let's talk about the desk for a second. It's a one level desk with everything on it all together. So cue the time lapse, let's take it all out. So I thought it'd be best if I just showed you around the room. So now we've got the old table here with two of the storage units. There's a lot of stuff there. I need to sort all that out. We've got our speakers on top and my guitar bag here. Then we've still got these units. These units are going to stay the same. They're always going to stay here. And then we've actually got our new desk. I've got one light here, I've got my speakers here, I've got my huge monitor, and we've got my computer on the top tier. Then we've got my iPad sort of floating on the middle tier because it's on a stand, which is magnetic, and then it actually on its lowest angle it looks like it's floating, which is great. We've got the desk here, and then we've got our audio interface just here. And then this desk down here, this is going to be the charging station, and this is the additional desk that you can get from Glorious, which actually has saved me because it's saved on a load of space. Now the great thing with the modular side rack is there's loads of space. I've got loads of stuff on top, I know, and I'm going through that. But this was originally designed to put a turntable on, but I find it quite useful for the cables that I need when I'm live streaming, so I've instantly got the cables ready to go. It's somewhere just to put them right now. I might change that in the future. I've got gaffer tape and a couple of things down here, but this is the most important one really, is the fact that my pedalboard slides into here. This is the Nux large pedalboard and it slides directly into here. It's actually sitting on its own bag right now, just so I don't scratch the wood. And finally, we've got a cupboard right here. Now, I haven't actually decided what I'm doing with that yet. Maybe all of this cabling is going to go in there. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. Now this keyboard tray actually has enough space for 3 of my things. So we've got the Arturia 49 Mark II, and we've got the Boss Gigcaster, and then at the end here, you can actually see we've got the 505 Mark II. These are all plugged in and talking to each other, which is fantastic. The keyboard inserts were actually pre-installed on the legs here, and there's actually 6 different positions you can put it in. It was a little bit too high for my liking, so I brought it down a notch. Now the downside of that is if you've got a normal desk chair, then you might find that your knees hit this. However, with me using one of these, my legs actually go that way and they actually go down. So when I'm leaning on it, it's not an issue at all. And as you can see, apart from these things that dangle down, which are connected to here, when I pull this out, pretty much the only cable is this thing. The other thing to bear in mind as well is there's loads of ports. So as well as the rack mounts that we've got here, you've got these ports. There's one here, there's one further back, there's a main one in the middle, and then again, there's one here. I'm actually covering it with my phone stand, and there's one behind. So there's loads of space to actually put all your cabling, and then you can even just drop it down the back, because underneath we've got cable management. Now there's one hole here and there's also another one there, and that entire length is a cable management tray, and it's quite wide as well. As you can see, there's loads of cables there. They're not tidy, but they are definitely tucked away, because when you push that, you can see it's really, really nice and tidy. So the question is, how much is all this? Well, the main desk, which is this, which obviously has the tiers, and you've got the keyboard tray, comes in at £599. The modular side rack is £299, and the side rack adapter, which is this triangular little piece, is only about £40. Bringing the whole setup in at under £1,000 for a complete workstation, which can grow with you. If you've got rack mounted gear, you can slot them in on the either side here, there, and obviously there. I don't actually use rack mounted gear, so this is something maybe I'll do in the future, but for now, they're gonna actually be open spaces just to put things in. I really love this. This actually has 6 different levels, but you have to be careful with the old knees, definitely when you get too low. The cable management system underneath is the entire length of the desk, which I think is fabulous. And there's 5 major ports on the desk for you to feed things through. Now, even though I've got a really strange monitor, it's really huge, they've thought about the ergonomic space for lots of different use cases. You could very easily fit a 27-inch iMac on there, or even 2 studio displays. The modular side rack for me is a godsend, and it's one of those things that's gonna grow with me. I think I'm gonna change 1 or 2 slight things depending on what I fit in there. On top, that needs cleaning and it needs clearing away, maybe into one of these boxes. But this is a fantastic workspace. It could even be the space where I open things up or box things for the future. Now, putting it together wasn't too hard. I did it all on my own. However, I would really recommend grab a friend to actually help you with the bigger pieces. If you do follow the instructions and glue the parts in when it says, then you won't be able to take it apart afterwards. I haven't glued mine because I might have to move mine, I might change the studio around, I might even move location. So I want to make sure that I can dismantle this at a later date. The thing that caused me the most amount of bother was that little triangle in the corner. This side mount adapter is actually just screwed in at both ends, but it's actually designed so this comes further out. I didn't want that. I actually wanted it the way I've got it right now. And I actually wanted it flush against this desk and that desk, but I wanted the end of the modular desk to be on the corner with the main desk. It's not actually designed to be like that. So I changed the screw-in points because you have to drill them anyway. But that's my only pet peeve with it. That corner thing actually took quite a while to put it. This was like an IKEA build, which I have no problem with, as you clearly know, because I've got those big, massive Kallax units. And I'd like to thank Hanley Audio for helping send this out to me. There's a link in the description box if you want to go and check this out with them, and more information about the glorious Sound S Pro underneath. Now, if you have found the content of this video useful, then please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me and it helps the channel out. And if you really like what you've seen, then maybe subscribe to the channel as well, as we're going to be doing a couple of live streams from this desk and some tutorials from this desk as well moving forward. I'm going to do a future video and update you about the desk, how it's going, what changes are made, if any, and maybe we'll do that 3 or maybe 6 months down the road to give you a bigger picture of how I use it as both a musician and also a content creator. Now, if you've been enjoying this content, have a look at this video because YouTube's just recommended that to you, you know, with algorithms and AI and stuff. And this is the look from the Sony. This is my camera that's mounted on the desk right in the middle and it's facing this way. Let me know what you think of this look.